Have you been playing a lot of Blackout?
Not a lot of.
Is it just mostly like GBs and all?
Yeah, we've been doing more multiplayer than anything. So I've been playing GBs with Rambo, and we were talking about paving the way for future players. There's one kid on the team. I got to give him a little shout out.
Yeah.
Well, it's Cohen, which is one of Ray's friends who's been doing really well. But there's this kid named Five Bang. He's
Five Bang.
Five Bang is his name.
Good
and
name.
I think Bo's. He said it came from Nine Bang, but he just called it Five for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, but Bo's was telling me about him, and this kid is like. I think he's the next Scump, bro.
Yeah?
He's insane. I haven't seen him. I don't know how familiar you are with like multiplayer stats, but if you can drop in a hard point like 7,000 damage, you turned up. You were doing good.
Yeah, but that's public games though.
No, I'm talking about like in GB matches. I have never seen this kid drop less than like 6,000. He constantly drops 7,500, 7,900 score. He's the nastiest COD player I've seen, and I watch.
People say people like Celium or who's the other kid? Celium and who just got picked up to FaZe.
New kid?
Celium, right? It was Celium. Yeah, the Celium is the next Scumpy, and he's nasty. And you know what's crazy is like on his debut at the CQL or the qualifiers, Q whatever. Like he came in like on firing on all cylinders and was outshining some of the current FaZe members.
Really?
And I'm talking about you're playing with Attach and you're playing with Papa Rod, the fucking stallion. Those kids are nasty, and this dude is like shining.
Is he like 18? Because Five Bang, he's 15, and that's the worst thing is he can't compete for another 3 years. And I'm telling him like, that's gonna be a long time to wait. But if he just starts streaming or creating content in the meantime,
And you should. That's the best advice that you can give anyone. Like when you're 15 years old and you know that you can't compete until you're 18. Like what you do there is you do the thing that you're gonna want to have when you start. You're gonna want to have an active YouTube channel. Even if you only get 5,000 to 7,000 views per video, that's gonna help you when you get out there because you get to say, "Hey, I'm bringing 35,000 views on YouTube, and I'm bringing the same amount of views on Twitch, and I'm a professional player."
Right.
The reason the Scumpy and everybody on the team is so valuable is because they can get the salary. That they would get as a professional player, whatever the market's demanding around that time.
Just based on their gameplay, right?
Yeah, but on top of that, if you're bringing 2.3 million followers from Twitter, that's advertising power. If you're bringing in, average of 15,000 viewers per stream, plus you're doing 10 to 15 million views a month on that's added value that you need to do. So
a lot of added value.
Yeah, so you got to tell this dude like, if I were you, man, I would just.
What would you do?
I would just tell him, say, all right, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do you a favor.
I'm gonna provide you with a setup, streaming equipment.
This is what I want. 10% in perpetuity.
That's what I tried to tell Lil Dicky one time. That shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt and I. This is back in like 2014.
Before he blew up.
Before he blew up, we knew he was gonna blow up. I had heard like his more viral songs like Ex-Boyfriend, but I heard Russell Westbrook on a Farm. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
No.
But oh my, like the entire song is just a metaphor and analogy between himself and Russell Westbrook growing up on a farm and discovering basketball in the same ways that he grew up wherever he did and discovering rap and people not believing in him. And I was like, holy shit, this guy is gonna blow. So yeah, we were tweeting and we'd be like, hey man, we'll invest 100K, me and Matt, 10% perpetuity. And he was just like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
No.
Because he knew too. Like,
did he?
Yeah.
Dude, but still, man, imagine having like guaranteed money like up front. Like a lot of people, like money talks, bullshit walks, man.
Yeah,
especially when you're betting on futures, essentially, you know, on predictions, on could be's. Damn, Lil Dicky. You know what's crazy is that I was looking back and I was thinking like FaZe put Macklemore and obviously Logic on the map, and it. And even me, when I put Matlock and his songs, brand new Nikes on my montage, he said, man, your video did more for me than any A&R that I've worked with, any label that I've signed to. Like I've never had this sort of exposure. And he's like, and it's crazy because like you would never think that. And I'm like, well, you would never think that because you don't see gaming the way that we see gaming. Yeah, it's the future of everything. Right. I mean, if you look at, without beating a dead horse, if you look at traditional sports. I'll give you the perfect example. Olivia doesn't watch TV. Doesn't know what NBC is.
Well, you guys probably don't even have cable. Do you have cable in the house? Or?
Yeah, we do.
But she just doesn't watch it?
No, everything is here or on the iPad. Yeah. And everything is digital versus like linear TV. Right. She's never seen the news on a TV. She's never Like she doesn't know what Dancing with the Stars is. You know, the only basketball, even baseball, she watches on the app.
Yeah.
You know, with
Yeah.
Jude, basketball, same thing.
Right.
And you know, you see gaming and you see YouTube and you see like all this new media like happening. You get a good sense as what the future is. And there's never been, and I know it's a beating of that horse, but there's never been a bigger land grab when it comes to like being a self-employed individual. Never in the history of humankind has anyone had a chance to say, you know what, I love editing. I'm going to create tutorials on how to edit, on effects, on transitions. And nobody has taken, I mean, now people do. Mechanics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if I teach people how to do it on a video, they're going to stop coming to my shop. And I'm like, no, moron, because the same people that, you know, see it are going to be like, yeah, I can't do it. I'm just going to pay somebody to do it.
Right.
But then you're creating this sort of like aggregate income because of the ads that are ran on that.
Yeah.
Like, what did I search the other day? I searched how to unclog a
toilet?
No, not a toilet. I know how to do that. I'm a pro at that, Will.
Oh, yeah?
I've been using wipes for so long that every so often, you know, wipe twice, flush, wipe twice, flush.
That's the strategy.
Yeah, because if you wipe 3 times, now you're creating an environmental problem in your neighborhood, and you don't want to do that. No. You don't want to be an animal and use toilet paper. You know,
of course not.
Who does that? Anyway, but you know, I looked at what was it? It was the laundry room faucet. You know, it's like we have a lot of dogs, so we wash like the mops and shit in there, and it gets clogged. And I'm like, CLR can only get you so far. How do you like do that? And I looked at it, and they had like 1.5 million views. And I'm like, I do the math on my own thing, and I'm like, holy shit! It was like an 11-minute video.
Yeah.
Like this didn't put ads in the middle, so he's like he missed
made
out
like
on an
5K
extra.
or
Yeah,
something?
he missed. He made 1,500 instead of 5K because he missed the ad. Right. And no other time has that happened, and you know, being able to promote your music on a video, wrapping it all up, being able to promote your music on somebody that gets 3 million views, said 10% of those people go out and buy it. Like that's added fucking value.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm like, man. So when you said Lil Dicky, I'm like, man, it would have been a good investment for him because at the time, you know, everything was popping for Optic. At the time, it would have been like that sort of transcending. I mean,
maybe it was the perpetuity thing that lost him because I think he like majored in business. He knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So.
But imagine doing that if you would offer that to, you know, somebody else, like an up and comer. Like we always talked about, you know, creating our own like label, and then we put you know, people's music in our thing, and then we help that and get in the music.
We're gonna throw proof on that, man.
Yeah, dude. You know what's crazy?
What at the studio?
Yeah, like. I look at, I think Shane Dawson was about to start doing a documentary on people that have become businessmen and an entrepreneur off of the YouTube, you know, revenue, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking like you did that. Obviously, you used all of the money that you made off of entertainment and YouTube and price winners, and then you applied it to your trading stuff, right? Self-taught day trader.
Yeah.
And then you look at other people like T. Martin, for example. He would take all that money and then flip homes, you know, because his mom was, I believe, I don't know, I think his mom was like a realtor, and then they started doing that, and that's a business within itself.
Of course.
And I think that in any other category, and I'm not being esports racist here, but if you look at the community in Call of Duty versus the community in, say, League of Legends or CSGO, like I haven't heard, aside from like Reggie, who's a fucking super smart businessman and has created like websites and all that shit, aside from Reggie, it's really hard to see how many players in other industries have really taken the money that they've been making that and reapplying it to further their financial like career, right? Yeah. Like you look at, let's make who's super big. And you know what, let's not call out any names, but if you look at people who have been making crazy salaries, how many of them have actually like reapplied that and created a business? Right. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people, dude. Yeah. And that's
what was T. Martin's, I always loved his bio on...
Entertainer-preneur.
Yeah.
I you don't know how many times I thought about stealing it and just saying, you know, dude, you're not doing shit with it. I'm going to put it on a t-shirt.
Right.
It's the least I can fucking do.
It's so good.
It's so good. Entertainer-preneur. It speaks to so many people because a lot of people want to be entertainer-preneurs. You ask a kid nowadays in school, and they're not going to tell you, I want to be a baseball player. Yeah. Well, some of them will, but the majority of them say, I want to be a YouTuber. Or I want to be a Twitch streamer. I want to be the next Ninja. I want to be the next Nadeshot. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like they go that route. Of
course.
And that's like transcendent of sports. That's just, you want to be an entertainer-preneur.
It's like Michael Jordan taking his fame in basketball and
$1 billion man
making the shoe.
making the shoe, the Jumpman. It's just the Jumpman, just as big as Nike.
Yeah.
So big that they told Nike, we're not putting this on our shoe no more.
Right.
And they said, yeah, whatever, man. He was fucking you, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And good, because he deserves everything. You know, he's the best basketball player that ever lived.